Welcome.
What's going on?
And for those that don't know who you are, tell them what your name is.
Yeah, man, my name is Amoney, man. You know, some people also know me as 18. You know, be out here in California, Southern California right now. You know,
What part of California?
right now I'm out here in Victorville. You feel me? Up here what they call the high desert. You know, doing it moving USA.
So come on now. So tell us about yourself. You didn't tell us much. I know you had the barbecue spot. I know you had a dispensary. I know you got a little real estate. Come on, man. You're making me boast for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's A Money. Yeah, people that know, it don't, the game's to be sold, not told. You know what I'm saying? But people that know, they know me. One of the best that ever did and got away with it. You feel me? I just try to keep it cool. I had the little operation. The little tree movement. We did that. I had a detail shop downtown. Actually, people don't know I had a detail shop on D Street back in the days. I had picked up from old school Curtis. He was an old school cat. This other cat named Anthony out here. Shout out Anthony. I don't know if they was his brother or just his people, but they used to rock hand in hand. And Carl with the tire shop. It was a detail shop and a tire shop. I took over the detail shop, but Curtis had got sick or something, and he sold it to me. But we had the barbecue movement too. We did that over on Mojave. Shout out Kim's Ringside. Food was good, but and then yeah, that's about it. I got a little property too. People don't know about a little landlord situation I got going on, but that's just regular stuff going on. Hard working.
No, just regular
9 to 5 job.
Regular stuff, eh?
Regular stuff. 9 to 5 job.
I could dig that. So, what's the purpose of you making this video?
You know what? I just wanted to clear up a lot of misconceptions. You feel me? About people talking about the high desert and Victorville. You know what I'm saying? And, there's a lot of misunderstandings. People think they heard something or they think they know something. A lot of people know about the desert nowadays, but they don't know about how it got to be where it's at. So, and who some of the people that contributed to how it is. So I think we need to. I'm here today. I just want to clear up a lot of stuff and tell my story that I saw from when I got there.
Okay, I can dig that. Okay, so tell us about Victorville in the 90s pre-smash unit.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, we came out there from Oakland, right? I'm from East Oakland, right? 7 Deuce and Lacey. Also got love for the Funk Town, you feel me? East 18th. But, my dad, we was in Oakland, we was young and shit. And the police used to keep coming to the house. You feel me? And they would come to the house and be asking questions about my big brother. My big brother was a factor. He's a gangster. P Factor, Right now we had ends right now. I love them though, but I ain't seen them in a minute. But they would come asking questions about my brother all the time. My dad used to not like that shit. And my dad was an ex-gangster, man. He was a factor too. He was major, super major. His story is a whole different story all in its own, pro athlete, fought in, the garden, married the baddest thing in East Oakland. My mom's was bad. And so, he used to tell my mom, too, like, I don't like him coming over here asking about Paul. Watch one of these days, they're going to start asking the wrong questions. And sure enough, the police came over there one time, and they was asking my pops or something. I heard him tell my mom, he was asking him something about somebody he knew. My dad knew, not my brother no more. After that, we moved. You know what I'm saying? So we got out here. It was in the 90s. And we was out here at first. We was low-key. We was young. And so my brother, he actually got out of prison. And he came out here. And he came out here hella quick. He was here hella quick, splashing the plan. But when he was here, he hooked up with this lady named Mamie. R.I.P. Mamie. Mamie was a good woman. And he hooked up with Mamie. And from meeting Mamie, we met everybody. All the black folks out here. Because it was like an underground community. Mind you, it was racist as fuck. Racist as fuck.
Good old boys.
Good old boy, right? Racist as fuck, right? So Mamie and them, we met all these people, and all the black folks. And then I met another family, the Beasleys. I met the Beasleys family, and just that's how we, got in the door. You feel me? And back then it was like, you had to know somebody to know somebody to know who to know. Small town, but it was popping.
Okay, so it was popping. Tell us about the areas that was popping out here. Tell us. Start with downtown.
So you had certain areas that you had to know somebody to be moving through out here. Kind of like the South, right? You had to know who you supposed to know, right? So like you had like downtown, right? Boom, right? Downtown was really this Mexican gang called East Side Victoria area, right? Downtown is really their area, but see, there's areas in downtown Victorville where the blacks used to operate, where the niggas could be cool, or at least, they had areas where they could, was acceptable. You had to park, right? The drive through. Park was the cracking this spot in Victorville. I don't give a fuck, hands down. Cracking this spot in Victorville for years. For years and years. That was the D Street Park. Then you had Village Park. Village Park was popping. Pebble Beach Park was popping. You had areas in there where you can go up there and, you could leave with something, if you know what I'm talking about. Then you had Lariat. You know what I'm saying? Lariat was popping. Super hard. You had the alley. That's back downtown. The alley over there by 10th. You know what I'm talking about? You had the flats. The ghetto. You got, you can keep going over there off Navajo. It's just, there was a lot of areas, man. There was a lot of areas popping, man, out here, man, that you kind of had to know somebody to slide through. And then you had gangs out here, too. Like I said, Eastside Victoria. You had the racist white boy gang, OCK, which nobody seems to remember. And they was driving around with the black Barbie dolls roped up off the back of their trucks and shit, dragging them and jumping out on white people. They tried to kill me one time when I was like 16. Tried to run me over with a truck. I was walking down the street.
That's crazy.
I know for a fact it was OCK. They hit me. I jumped at the last minute because I was walking down the street. My earphones on, one off. I heard something coming crazy, smashing down behind me hella hard. I looked back. It was like a Toyota Tacoma or something way off road coming directly at me. So I had to die like Superman. They hit my feet and I spun around. The shoe went all the way into the school next to me because I was right there by the school. The white lady started screaming. She seen the whole thing. They called the police. Police never even showed up. They didn't care. That's how it was. On everything on God, that's how it was. But then you had OCK out here running around. Then you had the mob, Mexican Mafia, always been in Hesperia. Always remember that. The mob has always been in Hesperia.
Okay. So I know you mentioned there were a lot of key players in the game. Tell us about a few and what they meant to you. Let's start off with Cowboy and Smokey.
Yeah, Cowboy and Smokey in the 90s. Woo, super major. Super major. Cowboy and Smokey. C-Bone. Shit. Bootloke. Enforcer. Super enforcer. Getting his money, but super enforcer. These are still, it's all under the Cowboy and Smokey empire though still. You talking about C-Bone, Bootloke, Ralph. Then you got to move on. You talking about major niggas. Big Hub. Hub was major. Big Reggie, super major. Big Reggie, super major. Yeah, Big Reggie. Yeah, super major. Super major, Big Reggie. You had Alias, Big Man. He's so major. He's still major to this day. I can't even say Big Man name good because Big Man's still operating to this day. You feel me? Super major. So, been business owner, been driving new everything.
So I know there's a couple of more. Anybody else you think of?
Oh, man. I mean,
no, you mentioned Ray Dog. What about Ray Dog?
In the 90s, you got, Big Ray Dog and Mac. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Green Eyes and them. Green Eyes and them was on Lariat. See, Big Ray Dog and Mac, they was in the flats. You had Green Eyes and Lariat, Hub in the flats. C-Bone and them, and his empire, they was everywhere. C-Bone and them was everywhere. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You had Big Reggie running shit in the flats, too. The flats was a good area at the time. Big Earl.
What's the flats? Where are the flats in today's term?
The flats was in Apple Valley over there behind all them closed down stores now. There ain't no money over there no more like it used to be. It used to be money over there. I mean, you had Big Earl over there getting money, man. Big LC, RIP. RIP Big LC, RIP Big Hub too, man. I didn't say that. RIP Green Eyes. You know what I'm saying? He was on Lariat. You know what I'm saying? You got Jackrabbit, big enforcer. Making money though. Jackrabbit had money too. In the 90s, man. It's 100 of them. Hucklebuck. A-Tray Gangsters. Jackrabbit was from Hoover. See, and that was the thing. In the 90s, they were still on like some black. It was like some black cooperation still. It was like prison. So all these niggas' names that I'm naming, right, they all from different neighborhoods, right? Hub was a blood. I want to say he was from Swans. Uh, Ray Dog and them, Ray Dog and Mac was Crips. I can't remember where Ray Dog was from, and I know where he was from, but I can't remember. Cowboy was from 9-0 for sure. I want to say Smokey was a blood, but Smokey didn't bang like that in your face. He could have been anything, you would never know. Smokey was a chameleon. That's what y'all don't understand about Smokey. Smokey was one of the greats. Smokey was one of the greats. He was a chameleon. But then you had Big Hub. Yeah, I already said that. Yeah. Big Reggie, West Covina, he was a Crip. You feel me? Big Man, Blood. I can't name where he from without naming him. Green Eyes and them. Big Earl was a Crip. Big LC. I never knew where Big LC was from. Big LC was so gangster with it that he wasn't really telling us where he was from. I was still in high school at this time too, when Big LC before he got killed. Rest in peace, Big LC. They killed him right in front of his house. That was a shame. Hucklebuck, A-Tray Gangsters. Then you had the mob out there in Sperry at all times. Oh, plus I can't forget Little Stymie and them going crazy. Little Stymie had spots. Little Stymie had the white bitch with the spot. Brooke, R.I.P. Brooke. Brooks spot was super cracking. That's one of the ways I came into the game too. Through Lil Stymie kind of co-signed me in the very beginning too, like low key, like. But it was all because Mamie sons and shit. I used to fuck with their sons and shit. They was from East Coast. But then you had man, you had Big Larry balling. Big Larry. Big Larry was a baller, and we used to see him. Big Larry was in a little bit of everything, but I don't know Big Larry personally, so I can't really speak to everything that he was involved with. But Big Larry was balling. But yeah, man, these are some of the people, man, that really was doing really big major shit back in the days, man. And if people trying to tell you that they knew, Rudy and Sergio. Yeah, so if they don't know these names, man, they wasn't there, man, and they don't know them. But look, man, I'm about to wrap this up, man. It's so much game, man. It's gonna take more than just one time talking about this, man. So yeah, this is the purpose though, man. I'm about to clear up all these rumors and allegations. You feel me? Definitely clear that shit up. So anything else though, man?
No, man, that's a good little introduction. I
Yeah,
think they're gonna be excited when you can get and break down all the things you got planned for the people.
yeah. I mean, once again, man, I just want to clarify for the record, it's just the truth. You feel me? Like Mozzie say, it's just the truth. You feel me? I'm not out here to slander nobody. I'm finna be giving niggas they flowers. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But if the shoe fit, they gonna have to wear it. You know what I'm saying? Because all I could do is tell the story that I seen from what we seen from the outside and from the paperwork we read and from the stories we heard when we was hitting yards and county facilities. You feel me? And what these dudes was coming up to us, telling us, tapping on our shoulders in facilities, telling us, asking us, do you know such and such, and whoop de whoop from whoop de whoop, and he's a snitch. And we know for sure he from Wooty Woo, and we from Wooty Woo, and he's a snitch. So anybody that know him, let them know. I mean, this is the stuff that was happening, man, back then, man. This is the '90s, though. This is just the beginning. But anyways, though, that's really all I wanted to say, man. It's A-Money, man. One of the best that ever did and got away with it, man. And I'm just gonna keep it 100. And I'm gonna give you your flowers where they do, but you gonna have to lay in that casket where that apply too.